Meal plans. Oh, I feel like I gotta woosah. You know, Instagram is that place where things just become trendy and start popping up everywhere, and now every trainer on Instagram is giving away a $5 meal plan. So, hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today, you can tell by the title, I'm going to be venting about meal plans, and especially these cookie cutter meal plans that are kind of going around everywhere. And I just want to give you guys some insight and some tips. So the first thing is that everyone's lifestyle is completely and totally different. You can have someone who works a desk job that literally gets up in the morning, walks a few feet to the car, drives to the office, walks to their cubicle, sits there all day, maybe they leave a little while for lunch or whatever, they come back, they sit some more, they get back in the car, they sit in traffic, right? And then you could have someone who's maybe like a delivery driver or something. They're constantly in and out of the car, lifting heavy boxes and doing all these different types of things. And these activities actually play a major part into how many calories you need throughout the day. So this is a reason why meal plans do not work. You can't just give a cookie cutter style meal plan out to every single person, because it literally varies from person to person. It depends on the workout intensity. It depends on how many calories are being burned. It depends on your job and activity level. Are you someone who on the weekends you're like, I just want to chill out, you stay on the couch and watch Netflix all day? Or are you someone who's like, oh, it's the weekend, I want to go on an adventure, and you go hiking? These things matter when it comes into how many calories you need throughout the day, and also of course based on your goals, building muscle, losing fat, maintaining your weight. All of these things play a major part into your caloric intake for the day. Meal plans don't allow for things to come up in your life. So it's kind of like you live in this false little bubble world where you eat all of your meal plan stuff and nothing ever comes up, right? So what if you have to go to a dinner, or someone invites you to lunch, or you have an event coming up on the weekend? It's really hard to continue to eat your whatever it is that is suggested on your meal plan. So when you know what your calories are, your macros are, and you're very well aware of what's in your food or what's in food in general, you're much more able and equipped to go out into the real world and live your life and be able to make decisions when you are out and about. Now, this is different than if you're meal prepping for yourself, right? So you already know what's in your food, or maybe you have a trainer or a coach or somebody who's kind of giving you guidance on your meals, and they've given you calories or macros that you need to hit, and you've meal prepped out for the week. Well, this is okay. This is what you want. You want to meal prep out for the week. You want to know what's in your food, and most of the time you want to stay on that plan. But you're also not in a panic and freaking out if someone invites you to go to lunch, right? So you're able to then take in your macros or your calories or whatever and make those adjustments. Whereas if you're following a meal plan and you're completely oblivious to what's actually going on and what you're doing, that's where it becomes a problem. So if there's meal plans floating around out there that you're either trying to follow, or you're paying this $10 or whatever for some kind of cookie cutter style meal plan, the problem is that that doesn't allow for dietary restrictions. So either whether it's an ethical choice if you like being a vegan, or if it's just that you don't like fish, like whatever that is, it doesn't allow for those things. So again, this is why it's important for you to know what is in your food, and for you to track your food and understand the calories and the fats and carbs and proteins that are within it, so that you can make a decision based on the things that you like. Now, that does not allow for you to be like super picky. Well, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. I mean, come on, you've got to give a little something to get a little something. So you got to try things that you're maybe not used to. But if you do have like a dietary restriction or an intolerance, then that's different. And so that wouldn't allow for you to use a meal plan. How many? I'm going to say meal plan like a million times. And after this video, I don't want to talk about meal plans ever again, okay? You cannot realistically follow a meal plan forever. So it's important for you to know what is in your food, why you're eating what you're eating. you know, what your caloric goals are, what your macronutrient goals are, and then being able to prepare those things for yourself, unless you are like going to have a live-in chef, right? Or you're gonna have somebody follow you around everywhere to different events and things like that. It's very important for you to be informed. So whether that is doing your own research or getting someone who can help you to determine those things. I would say one of the best places to start to make this type of change would be MyFitnessPal. This is something that I have my clients use. You're able to track your foods. They have tons of restaurants in there, especially the big chain restaurants, but you'd be surprised, some local restaurants are in there as well. And you can track your food. If you have something that has a barcode on it, you can scan it. I highly recommend a food scale. And keep in mind that tracking your food in this way is not something that you have to do or should do forever. This is just a tool to just be able to get you to see what's actually in your food. Because I think a lot of times, like I was doing a client consultation just a little bit ago, and she was saying, I eat really healthy, you know, I eat avocado for my healthy fats, and I eat this and I eat that, and I just understand why this weight won't go. And I think that a lot of times we get caught up in eating healthy, not realizing that even though you eat healthy, that food still has calories, so you can't overeat healthy food. So it's not really enough to just say, well, I'm going to change this and I'm going to change that, and I'm, you know, only going to have this. You can still overeat healthy food, and that's why it's important to track. And then once you get a hold of what your portion sizes are, you will know this stuff like the back of your hand, and you won't need to track anymore. I do think that meal plans can be used as a basis or an outline for you to kind of get an idea of where you should be, but it's not something that a trainer can just put together, or even a nutritionist, and just kind of throw it out there to a magnitude of people. It's different if it's very, very specific and very, very customized. But if it's just like this random meal plan that's kind of floating around, it's not going to work for everybody. We haven't taken everything into consideration when creating that meal plan. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you were successful in using a meal plan. Not just during the time that you were using it, but were you able to go on and then be successful with your weight loss after? And also leave a comment and let me know if a meal plan, cookie cutter meal plan, was a major, major fail. I will see you guys in the next video.